Tonight's Most Wanted is out of Greenville County, and Fox Carolina's photojournalist Mitty Cecil sat down with the sheriff's office for more on the case.
All right, Sheriff, who's this week's Most Wanted?
This week's Most Wanted is 59-year-old Philip Jason Pickens. Philip's wanted for domestic violence, 3rd degree. This warrant was obtained in September after investigators discovered Mr. Pickens assaulted his ex-girlfriend while in a vehicle. Philip also prevented the victim from calling 911. Philip is a black male, 5'10", 240 pounds, bald with a gray goatee and mustache.
Do you think this guy has dangerous tendencies?
Obviously, committing this crime in a motor vehicle certainly elevates it, especially the danger to the public it presents. But unfortunately, we've not been able to locate Philip. We're hopeful that the public will help us find him. We ask anyone who has seen or knows where he might be to call us at 864-271-5210, or they can call Crime Stoppers of Greenville at 23-CRIME. As a reminder, Crime Stoppers provides a cash reward with information leading to an arrest.